Welcome to Landria Anka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears. Break through the fears and go after your awesome life. Go after it with gusto every single day. This is the only time you will get to experience this moment ever, this way, in this body. Ever. I don't care if there's billions of other realities in this body, in other realities. This is the only one you have at this moment, exactly the way it is. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? I'll tell you what. Anything you want. Anything you want. I want you to ask yourself what's stopping you. What has stopped you from going after your dreams? I know what it is. It's what this whole channel is about. Fear. I say, no, it wasn't fear, Leandria. It was my parents disapproved. Yeah, fear. Fear of disapproval from your parents. Fear that you're going to have to hear, I told you so, if it doesn't work out the way you wanted it to. Fear that if you go after something, your own worst enemy is yourself that says, oh, it didn't work out the way I wanted to, now what? It's an experience. It's all an experience. All of it. That's it. You're going to go to the other side and I'm going to say, remember what I said to you? This is just an experience. And then we're naming it, oh, but that experience is so horrible. Why are they in it? I don't know. They chose it. And everything is choice. I want you to remember this. Those people that go into those really bad situations, everybody involved in that still has a choice to change those situations. And as I shared with you, there can be no Hitlers if there are no followers. And that Hitler who wants approval so badly and power is going to change, transition, transform into something beautiful because everybody around that person is going to be there for them in the highest frequency and say, it's okay, we're here for you. Come to the light. And they're going to have to because they want the approval. And then eventually they're just going to be beautiful light beings that they are. And you are a beautiful light being. That's all you are. Nothing more and nothing less. All on equal playing ground. All the people that suffer, they're just as enlightened as you. If they choose to pull the veils down, some of them are enlightened and they're in really bad situations because they took on a big challenge to maybe be the suffering person, the person in pain, for others to step up to the plate and finally be bold and finally speak up and finally to do something. Be the person that says, you know what? I have to back up my car. I got to back up that car and get out and help that person. That situation you see on the street or something's going on and you need to step up and say, can I help you? Is there something I can do to help you? And then it's up to them. But we live in fear constantly. I can remember when I lived in Michigan, I'm from Michigan originally. Tornadoes, man, I can remember being in restaurants, the alarms sound, sirens go on. We'd sit there and finish our meals and they'd open up the window so it wouldn't blow in. You're hoping that it passes you. Sometimes it didn't. And I can remember trying to make it back to my house from a friend's home, and which was probably stupid. And I actually saw the tornado. It was pretty close by. And that baby was forming and then it was touching, it would hit the ground real quick and go back up. And when it hit the ground, it looked like an explosion. It looked like a bomb went off and everything just flew. And I can remember sitting on that street with other people with me, and the wind force was so strong you actually couldn't drive the car. It wouldn't even move forward. That's how bad it was. I was waiting for it to flip over. And do you know what? They tell you to get out of the car and get in a ditch. Now, I don't even know if that is a good thing to do anymore. They always change their mind about safety. I knew that that was the point that I needed to get out of that car and go get in a ditch someplace and take cover. And I didn't. And everybody around me, I remember us looking at each other like, oh my gosh, what do we do? This thing's right here. And nobody got out of their car. Why? We were risking our lives. None of us wanted to look stupid. I know that's the reason I did. I didn't want to be the one person who gets out and runs and lays in the ditch. And the thing goes by and they're all looking at you like, oh, what are you doing in the ditch? When we know what we're doing in the ditch. You know, you grow up there, you know why people would lay in a ditch. We're so afraid of simple things like that, looking stupid. There is no such thing as being stupid. You know what's stupid? When you don't go after what you want because you're worried about what other people think, or you're worried about the results and you haven't even gotten there yet. And if you're already worried about the results, chances are pretty good you're already sabotaging yourself. When do we drop it all? When do we just drop everything and go after what we want? When does that start happening? On your deathbed? Oh, I'm going to release everything. Bye. I know right now, I can tell you right now, if I die, hopefully I won't die. You'll be watching this, I'll still be around. I've got a lot of work to do, so I'm not planning on going anywhere for a while. I would absolutely go, oh my God, I lived the most awesome life. Not because everything went perfect, but because I always went after things. And I failed a lot. Now, didn't think of it that way. I thought, damn, I went for it. Now I know what the results are. Used that information and continue to go after. And that's what achievers do. That's where these successful business people you see, they use that as information. Your life is nothing but information for you to use as you continue to experience it. Yet we don't. We stop. Oh, that didn't work. I knew it. Your friends see. You know why? Because they don't want to see you succeed and remind them. I'm not saying they don't all want to. Subconsciously, they know that if you fail, they're going to go, whew, I can stay in my safe place of not going outside of the box. See? Look what happened to so-and-so when they went after their dreams. Company went under. They lost their job. Oh yeah, that relationship didn't work out. I just had a friend, I think I shared this story with you. Oh, they were in love. You know, the odds of these two getting together were astronomical. It was like so meant to be. They tell me they're getting married within a couple months, and then I get a phone call. We broke up. I said, I'm so glad you moved in with that guy. I'm so glad that you had an awesome, awesome summer. And now you know. You learned from that. You were supposed to be together, and who knows, maybe they will get back together. Maybe they went in it just too much too soon. And that's okay too. I said, you know what? They didn't have kids. They didn't have any, responsibilities. It was just them and their own decisions. And I said, forget what everybody else says. Oh, you're being foolish, blah, blah, blah. So how do you know? How would you know until you go after that dream? Now they know. And they're both really happy they did it. It's like, wow, we had a blast. It felt great. But you know what? Ultimately, they learned it's not right. It wasn't right because they weren't in that place emotionally to do that. Not because they didn't care about each other. But you don't know until you do it. And who knows, maybe they'll come back together at some point and it's going to be really right because they're going to do it the way that they can handle it, the way that they need to move forward together. I say, go for it. Now, obviously you have to have other people that you consider when you go after things. But sometimes you have to have the talk with them and just say, hey, listen, you know what? I have dreams too. And I am not your go-to person for everything. You need to start growing up and taking care of yourself. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go on that trip. I need that time. Mommy or daddy needs meditation time, and I don't want anybody knocking on the door because I need to clear my head. And this is something I need to do for myself. Or every night you say, you know what? I'm taking a yoga class. That's my retreat from the world that has to have my attention all the time. You need to start drawing those boundaries. You're in control of your life. Even when challenges come, you are still in control of the decisions you make and the decision on how you feel. So my question to you is, what is stopping you from seeing through that dream? I hear so many objections. Well, this, well, that. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it because that's a made-up story in your head. I want to shake you and say, you are an unlimited light being. Look in the mirror. That's not a body there. That is pure energy that is connected to everything. Science, fact. What does that mean? If you're connected to everything, there are no limits. So, ask yourself right now, what is stopping me from going after that thing that I want? Having that life that I want, that relationship, that job, going on that vacation that I really want. What's stopping me? And how do I break through that? Not eliminate it, but not pay attention to it. You know, I always say, just make a different choice. Don't fight anything. The fear will be there. It's part of a residual energy. It has protected you up to this point because you've told it to do that. So just say, okay, I know that's there. I know what it is. It's built on false beliefs, false feelings, experiences that I interpreted a certain way as negative that really aren't. And that all these things that I've experienced are absolute gifts to me to break through to a higher frequency. And some of them are doggone challenging ones. Woo-wee! Some of you guys took on some big ones. I can't even imagine. I can't imagine being in some of those places. That is a big, big challenge. But that is, you're going after your PhD here. You're not in kindergarten. You guys are going after your PhD. Woo woo! Go for it. Break through it. That's not me anymore. That's a story. Everybody around you, every player around you is working what they have, where they are in their lives. Can you forgive them for being human, lest you be forgiven, right? They're just like you. None of us is different. We all have the same. We're just making choices according to our individual free will. What choice are you going to make today? I'd love to see you go after those dreams. I want to hear stories. I'm getting some awesome stories. People are starting to believe what they are, and all of a sudden, business comes in. They're passing exams that they were never thought in a million years they could pass, and getting the job they want, getting the relationship they want. Doubling and tripling their income. Money's flowing. Opportunities are coming. Things are showing up. I'm manifesting unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable. It's mind-blowing. It's passing up all that I could imagine. And I'm open to that. I'm leaving those doors open. I'm not afraid. There's never anything to be afraid of because there's nothing but light and love at the ultimate end of that tunnel. And we're all going to go back there. Don't worry, you're going back there. You may have some stops along the way if you don't take some action. That's okay. You'll eventually get there. But I don't know about you, but I'd like to do it this time. I don't want to keep coming back here. This is a lot of work. I experienced it. It's great. Yeah, I'm having a good time. And I hope that I've been a positive force. That's all I want at this point, is to be a positive force and, of course, to experience the beauty of life exactly the way it was meant. And that is to to be open to all of the beautiful opportunities that come to me, and there are going to be some things that come along the way that maybe I plan in advance. So I don't need the answers. I don't have to have the answers. Neither do you. I know a lot of you want answers. Why? This is that. Why is they? Well, they're suffering. Oh, yeah, right. Get in line, man. You know what? We've all exchanged those roles. Maybe yours is a nicer one this lifetime, and they're choosing the bad one. Maybe they were the inflictor of pain in the last time, and they're experiencing that on this time. We don't know. I don't need to know. I just know I'm going to be my best at this moment every chance I get. And that starts with how you think. You can't have that negative thought in your head and go do good deeds and expect results, positive results. Your intentions have to be pure. That's going to be my next video. Did you say your mantra? I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. And then I always add this. Gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this beautiful opportunity to be on this planet, for me to elevate my frequency to be all that I can be. Please guide me. Surround me with your beautiful light. I give permission for you to show me the best possible pathway for me in this life, and I'm going to do my best. I am going to do my best every day. Namaste.